This episode of Unbox Therapy is brought to you by Jack Threads.
What's up guys, Lou here, and I finally got the ultimate gaming PC for 2012 up and running. You can see we got the fan spinning, we got lights going on everywhere. Definitely smash that like button down below to celebrate the birth of the ultimate gaming PC for 2012 and the fact that this is going to belong to one of you guys. One of you guys are going to win this. It's going to sit on your desk, not mine. There's going to be 3 of these monitors from Asus. All right, let's talk about what we've got inside. First of all, if you guys are interested in any of the components I mentioned and you want to get more information, pricing, availability, etc., all the links to everything I talk about are going to be down in the description of this video, so don't miss out on any of them. So let's go ahead and start around the front of the chassis. This, of course, is the 800D from Corsair, the Obsidian series. I've got an Asus Blu-ray drive installed. Behind this door right here is where the hard drives live, as well as the SSDs. I'll shut down the system momentarily and show you guys those. Yes, they are hot swappable, but I am benchmarking the system right now. Not benchmarking, sorry, I'm stress testing it. On the top, we have our power button behind this door. Most of you have already seen this. We've got USB 3, USB 2. There's FireWire if your board has it. You've got audio as well on that particular section. Moving around here, you see lots of fans in the system. You know, the case is basically dominated by these 2 GTX 680s. These are the Direct CU2 Top Edition. So these things are pre-overclocked. Lots of power there for your graphics performance. The AX1200i is powering up the system. Now, this is a modular power supply, meaning you only install the cables that you need, helping with cable management. This case is actually incredibly easy to build in because there's lots of cable management options. We've also got the Zonar Phoebus sound card, gaming sound card. Of course, the Dominator Platinum memory. You can see it's got lights in it as well. And something that you guys haven't seen yet, which is the Corsair H100 water cooling device. And the reason I went with this rather than a custom water cooling loop is because somebody is going to win this system, and I wanted to make sure that whoever does win it is completely comfortable with the system. It doesn't have to worry about maintenance or anything like that. So rather than go with a custom water cooling loop, this solution is going to give you some of the benefits of liquid cooling, the ability to overclock without some of the maintenance and potential headaches with a custom loop. Now, don't get me wrong, save me from the comments telling me it's easy to operate a custom loop. I know that, but I have to ship this system, and because of that, I would have to end up shipping it with no water, or no liquid, sorry, in the reservoir. And as a result, the individual who gets the system shipped to them would then have to fill it, leak test it, blah, blah, blah. I don't want the person having that pressure. They could get awesome performance out of this H100, and it's really easy to operate. They don't have to do anything. It's maintenance free. So you got the radiator and 2 fans installed on the top, and it's doing a great job already of keeping the system cool. In fact, I've been stress testing the system. You can see over here, this is the VG278HE from Asus with a crazy 144 hertz refresh rate. Awesome for gaming, obviously. There will be 3 of these in the system once completed. Actually, I should finish up on the hardware real quick. Down here, I've got the Corsair Vengeance keyboard with the blue backlight, which is really nice. Once again, links to everything are going to be down in the description. I have done full unboxing videos of all of these components over on the channel, so you want to visit that too. And up on the screen here, you can see I've been running Prime 95, and that's just going to stress out the CPU and test out my overclock. I'm not overclocking like a maniac right now. I've got the 3770K at 4.523 gigahertz, and it's running like a boss right now. I've had Prime 95 going for, I don't know, 5-6 hours, and even at that long-term testing, even doing the long-term testing, we're only at 46 degrees Celsius in terms of, well, there you go, 45. It went down for a second there, I think, but we're running cool still. And so that's pretty awesome, using, of course, the H100 from Corsair. I'm going to leave this running for about 24 hours. Actually, I'm going to shut down the system now and show you guys what the BIOS looks like so you can get a better idea of how to overclock yourself. Yeah, give me 1 second. So I do want to show you guys real quick the way that the hot swap drive bay works here. There's space for 4 different drives in here. I've got 2 SSDs, two 240 gigabyte Neutron GTX SSDs from Corsair. Here you can see one of them, one of the two. There's also some traditional hard drives in here. There are two 3 terabyte Western Digital green drives in here. They're really easy to pull in and out. You can actually do it hot swap style if you choose to. I have the system off right now. But anyways, there you have it. There is space for 4 hot swap drives, whether they be SSDs or traditional hard drives. So that's where those are gonna live. All 4 spaces are currently occupied. So here's a closer look at the BIOS, and it's a beautiful one. You can actually use your mouse in here, which is unusual. You have a full-on graphic user interface, and I've done some overclocking, some really basic overclocking. You can see here I've got the clock set to 4500 megahertz, which is 4.5 gigahertz. You can actually use something called Load Gamer's Overclock Profile. It's going to be like a basic automated upgrade, but I believe it only goes to 3.9 gigahertz. And of course, since I've got the H100 installed, that's not going to be enough. You can also use something called CPU Level Up. I have that disabled at the moment. I just have a very basic overclock. I've gone down to something called turbo ratio and changed from auto into manual mode. And from there, I also selected ratio synchronization control. I enabled that as well. That's just going to make sure that each core of the CPU is running at the same multiplier. I've gone ahead and selected 45 for each core, which is going to give me that number, that 4500 megahertz. Other than that, I've left most things in automatic mode. Something else to mention is in the CPU power management here, I went ahead and disabled the enhanced Intel speed step technology. That's going to underclock your CPU to save energy when you don't need to be running at the full frequency. In my case, since I'm basically going to be benchmarking the system, stress testing the system, I want that disabled at least for now. I just want maximum performance. Now I can clock higher than 4.5 gigahertz. I just haven't yet. I'm going to stress test for a while at this particular speed and start playing with it more as time goes on. So right now, the 3770K inside the system, which ships at 3.5 gigahertz, is running very stable at 4.5 gigahertz. Something else I want to mention within this BIOS here is if you go over to advanced mode, this is important if you're using one of these ROG boards and you're going to be installing the OS to a RAID configuration. And you want to go to advanced up top and then followed by SATA configuration. From there, you want to make sure that the SATA mode selection is set to RAID. By default, when you buy the system, or sorry, buy the motherboard, it's going to be set to AHCI. Now, that's not going to work for you if your objective is to use a RAID. In my case, a RAID 0 on 2 different Corsair SSDs, each one at 240 gigabytes. You can see they're both installed here. So I've got a RAID 0 running the OS. I'll also be installing games there, so there's lots of space to go around. So that's a really quick look at this particular BIOS on this ROG board. It is the Maximus 5 formula. For those of you that don't remember, it's running all the business over here. As I said earlier in this video, if you guys want to check out pricing, availability, detailed specs on any of the components in this build, in the Ultimate Gaming PC build for 2012, definitely check out the description, and all the data that you're going to need is going to be down there. When I come back, I'm going to be asking you guys a very important question about the interior of the system and what your opinion is. But first, a message from the sponsor.
Update and upgrade your fall wardrobe by heading over to Jack Threads. Jack Threads is your one-stop shop, your destination for all the cool brands that you know and trust. They've got more than just clothing. They've got things like shoes, and of course they've got coats and stuff now, considering we're heading into fall, winter. So if you want to upgrade your look, Jack Threads is the place to do so. And they've also got a cool feature where if you refer people, if you refer your friends to the site after logging in yourself, you actually get $10 of shopping credit for each person that you refer. So you could actually earn a little bit of cash by taking part and becoming a part of the Jack Threads community. It is an invite-only club, but this little spot right here is your actual invite. All you have to do is head over to jackthreads.com/therapy and log in, and you'll be good to go. You can check out all the cool gear and refer your friends.
All right, guys, so my big question is, should we do LED lighting strips on the inside of the chassis? As you can tell, I don't even have the window installed right now for obvious reasons, but I have been considering doing some custom lighting on the inside, red, blue, black. I don't know yet, maybe just white. Let me know what your opinion is, or maybe you don't want custom lighting at all. Let me know down in the comments section what your opinion is on this particular lighting setup or lack thereof, and I'll definitely take your votes into consideration, and we'll decide if we're going to be doing any on this particular config.
Alright guys, so that's been a quick look at the operational Ultimate Gaming PC for 2012. Obviously, the next thing to do after I'm finished stress testing is to put some games on and to let you guys see some gameplay. If you guys want to see some gameplay, definitely let me know by hitting that thumbs up down below. And also let me know in the comment section what games should we put through the paces on this particular beast of a system. Which games should we pump through these two massive GTX 680 graphics cards? Definitely let me know down in the comments. Thanks as always for watching. Thanks for your support. This is not the finale on the Ultimate Gaming PC. I'll be doing a super produced, ultra close-up type video when the whole thing is completed, stress tested, overclocked. I've got the side panel on, and also when I make a decision on the lighting. So definitely stick around for that finale video. But up until this point, everything's looking good so far. Remember, all the links you need are down in the description. Thanks as always for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Later.